This despicable bitch of a human, I have no doubt, was responsible for me losing my job. So there is a personal vendetta against this person. The other reason is because, as much of a bimbo as she is, the President of the United States seeks guidance from her. Oh, listen, guys, I'm telling you, we've got to get Jen and Laura in the same place, because Jen will put her down like the rabid animal that she is. And when somebody is wondering why it is that Candace Owens got under her skin in such a profound way, well, there's many reasons for that. However, and yeah, she's mental. She's definitely mental for sure. But I want people to understand that when it comes to the Zionist cause, there's two rules of thumb here when it comes to Laura Loomer. Number one, she's a lunatic. Number two, she is a whore for hire. And number three, she is very dangerous, and she's a bigot, a very big bigot. But the Zionism really hits you hard. So here's Jigsaw.
Candace Owens is just one resentful ghetto black bitch. Like, that's literally what she is. She's a racist too. Like, you could listen to this, and I'm not a racist person, right? Like, I don't.
No, and of course you probably have one black friend that is a token that you could claim so that you could say you're not a racist. So I want to be very clear about this. This is what a bigot sounds like, and let's play it one more time.
Candace Owens is just one resentful ghetto black bitch. Like, that's literally what she is. She's a racist too. Like, you could listen to this, and I'm not a racist person, right? Like,
I mean, I would be lying if I wouldn't say that this is like not some stand-up comedy routine, because that's what it sounds like. But here's the thing. When it comes to certain words, if you're not going to say nit-er, but you're going to say ghetto black bitch, you're saying the same thing. And we know it. And everybody knows it. I would much rather live in a world where we just know how everybody feels and thinks and says what's on their mind. There's one thing we know for sure about Laura Loomer. She will always say what's on her mind because she's a mental case. So I guess in that respect, it's a positive. But there's a lot of jealousy in that jigsawed face of hers. Man, it's such a perfect nickname. It really is. Let her spew some more bullshit.
I don't hate black people, but I say she's a ghetto black bitch because you have to listen to the way that she has so much resentment for white girls, like white girls with blonde hair and blue eyes. And,
You are an absolute lunatic. I call you Looney Loomer for a reason. Candace Owens, one of the reasons why so much of white America loves her is because she is considered a well-spoken black woman. And the idea that you talk about her like she's ghetto trash, you couldn't be more clear in your jealousy of her. Candace Owens is a beautiful woman, and you are trailer trash. Like, really. It's... Bless your heart, Laura Loomer. Bless your heart.
I'm originally a blonde too. I have blonde hair and blue eyes, right? Maybe that's why Candace has so much resentment towards me. But listen to the way that she describes how traumatizing it was for her to go on a play date as a young black girl in Connecticut at the home of a wealthy white blonde girl with blue eyes. And she really sees Erica Kirk as that white blonde girl that got everything that she wanted while her mommy and daddy didn't love her. Mommy and daddy didn't love me, and I was jealous of the white blonde girl growing up who had mommy and daddy, so now I'm going to dedicate my life to destroying every pretty white blonde girl that has a happy family, because I don't have a happy family.
I think you're telling on yourself. I think you're telling on yourself. Could it be because there are members of your family that have tried to have you committed? And then you project onto somebody like Candace, who clearly is a very happy person. There's one thing I can say. Yes. Well, okay. So she's just trash, period. She is projecting hard, like very hard. I truly believe that Candace Owens is a very happy person. And how could she not be? She's very successful. She's happily married with kids. She is fighting on the side of justice, particularly when it comes to the issue of Israel. But, you know, Loomer has the ear of the president because she's a sellout like him. And Candace doesn't care about that. She did have the ear of the president for a while, but she decided that being on the side of justice was more important than being on the side of the pyramid of power, which is all you care about. You don't have an ideology. You were spewing whatever bullshit you could get your hands on back when he was running for president, saying no war with Iran. Now you're celebrating war with Iran. You will do whatever you're told, and you will push it in whatever direction it has to go in, and whatever currency you use in order to get this position. Whether you're pulling a bunch of Diana Rossinis, those in the audience will get the reference, whatever it is. To actually talk like this about Candace, there's a reason she's talking like this, but we'll get to that in a minute. Let's finish it out.
I don't have a happy family, and my husband is allegedly getting his ass plunged by Milo Yiannopoulos. So I'm going to destroy everything that I've wanted to destroy since I was a young little black girl whose parents didn't love her.
This is a hard projection if there ever was, which is pathetic and sad. And yet you would ask yourself, what is it? What could Candace Owens have possibly done to set off Jigsaw in such a profound way? Well, it turns out she did quite a bit. This is the reason that Laura Loomer spewed her bigoted hatred in her direction.
Also a malignant sexual predator and has been repeatedly accused since the beginning of her career of raping and sexually assaulting men.
One more time.
Laura Loomer is also a malignant sexual predator and has been repeatedly accused since the beginning of her career of raping and sexually assaulting men.
Now, what's one thing we have always said about Candace Owens when we cover her on our channel? Whether you like Candace or not, Candace always brings the receipts. She is not going to make a blanket statement about somebody like Laura Loomer unless she actually has verifiable evidence. Like I said, I have the utmost respect for Candace for this reason. As successful as she is, politically, financially, in life, etc., the thing that she does that makes her so endearing to her audience is that she engages them. She wants them to be involved. She asks them to provide tips, anything and everything that you can do to play a part. She requests it and she gives credit. And that's why she has these receipts. And here is the dirty details about Laura Loomer that can't be ignored.
That is not a typical thing that men come out with, that men come out and say, a woman sexually assaulted me, right? Take, for example, Alan Jacoby. This happened just last week, 10 days ago. He is the founder of Patriot Cigar, and he just tweeted this 10 days ago. Laura Loomer is a sexual predator psychopath. I was, in fact, a victim of her wrath. Loomer and I spent the day with President Trump at Bedminster watching the golf tournament from the president's box. She asked me several times for a selfie. As you can see, that lean line does not lie. She constantly got uncomfortably close to me. She groped me in the parking lot, grabbing my crotch very aggressively and demanding that I come back to her New York City hotel room to engage in some vile, descriptive sexual activities. She's an absolute psychopath who preys on men who she thinks that she can manipulate.
If this image looks familiar in terms of her getup, we've covered this before, that this is the same event that Laura Loomer in the same dress posed with President Trump in, where he's doing a really big thumbs up in the picture, and Laura's got herself wrapped around me real tight. Jen even said at the time, yeah, there's definitely something going on there. There is some type of a monetary exchange happening here. And I 100% believe it. As I said, there are those that will do anything for relevance. Laura Loomer is clearly one that will do anything for relevance.
She's a menace to society. Again, there are just a long line of men who have come out with a story like this. If you don't believe him, here is a video, if it has been going viral many times, of Laura trying to seduce a young man who is clearly uncomfortable on camera. Take a look at this.
Your hair and your eyes look so good. You're like beautiful.
Thank you.
You're like an Aryan degenerate goddess.
Thank you.
I love it.
Thank you. You're Aryan too.
I know, but I'm Jewish.
It's okay.
Because you're such a cutie.
Don't mess my hair. God, fix it.
I disagree.
Fix my hair.
I disagree completely.
Did you fix it?
I did. But like that picture you posted on Instagram recently when you got like reinstated on Facebook was so hot. Like, seriously.
I appreciate it.
It's so good.
It's a good picture.
Your skin and the Nazis hate me.
It's fun.
That is definitely not me. Don't even try it.
The alt-right people want to put me in a gas chamber because they're obsessed with the Jews.
I think they're just memeing on you, but it's okay.
But it's
all
okay.
right.
I don't care. I love it.
It'd be like that sometimes.
I know. They're just jealous because I have big tits and an Ashkenazi IQ.
Yes, that's what it is.
Yeah.
You got it.
Anyway, next time you're in New York, let me know. We'll hang out. Bring your girlfriend to New York sometime, and we'll all hang out. We'll go to like really cool restaurants and hang out, and we'll have a blast.
Yes,
It'll be so
I will
much
bring
fun.
my girlfriend.
Yeah, I want to meet. What's Becca?
Yeah.
Becca.
Yes.
She's so sweet.
You remembered.
Yeah, of course.
Yes, you'll meet her.
You guys are so sweet. I hope it
you.
works out because, like I said, I know it's all an act. Like I know everything you do on Twitter is like so fake and not real, but
Yeah,
like
it's all fake.
it's so sweet that you like and your girlfriend have been together for 3 years. I love it.
I know. It's
So
all an act.
Do you know something? Like I'm gonna tell you a secret. Like, do you know so many people in this movement who preach trad life are like people on the side and like cheating on their partners?
That's
like,
so bad.
Like they're not even like really trad life.
Such
like
scum.
Like my ex is like dating somebody who's like super trad life, and she was like my boyfriend while we were dating and like ruined our relationship. And I act like it's okay, but like it's really sad because like I love when people like keep, tradition in their relationships.
Okay. Now, I may not be a body language expert, but this guy is screaming, "Get the fuck off of me," without saying, well, if I did that, she might hurt me in a bad way. That is an abusive type of person. Clearly. He's not even looking at her, and she's doing that. See, that's a power move. And you're going to hear more about it in a second. Let's continue.
Yeah.
It's really sad.
Milo Yiannopoulos similarly described, and again, he published this, her repeated assault on a young Brazilian man who worked on her campaign. And he's not alleging here, okay? He claims that it is a fact that he can prove through many messages. Take a listen.
Laura Loomer, who's the most insane person, and I was, there was
You're good friends with Laura too.
Well, no, I was not good friends with Laura. I was loose allies with Laura until I met her, and then when I met her properly and spent time with her, I realized she was absolutely mental. I distanced myself very quickly. I distanced myself because she used to force herself on young male volunteers.
So you can now see why. And again, I have no support for Milo Yiannopoulos. He's another opportunist that's out there like so many others. However, this is a prime example of why somebody like Jigsaw Face would make a statement to the effect of Candace Owens' husband is doing the nasty with Milo Yiannopoulos, who happens to be gay. So once again, Why would she invoke the name Milo Yiannopoulos? Because Milo Yiannopoulos is exposing Jigsaw Face just as Candace is doing.
20, 21-year-olds. And she would go in the middle of the night. And I mean, some men will find this to be quite titillating. Although,
yeah, this sounds kind of good. What is
when you imagine sort of the face of the of the Saw doll, you know, just sort of like you pull up the covers and there's the Saw doll. I would like to play a game. It's less enticing. But she would climb into bed with these volunteers and them off in the middle of the night. Sorry to use that language, but I did tell you to put your children to bed.
No way. She wouldn't go and sexually assault random guys and just blow them.
Well, I'm telling you because I lived in the pool house with her victim in 2020, who didn't know how to make it stop. He was a young Brazilian volunteer on her 2020 congressional campaign. I know because I helped to run that campaign. Okay, so don't tell me you don't believe it. I was there. She was creeping into bed with him, and she convinced herself that they were in love. And he was coming to me every day saying, "How do I make this stop?"
You say, "Get off me." I mean, that didn't seem that hard. I mean,
yeah, I mean, you would think that, but this is a young guy who's, I never really understood when people talked about power dynamics in rape before. I was like, okay, fine, either you want the sex or you don't, or whatever. But I kind of got it when this young man, which surprised me greatly, said, well, this was Laura Loomer. I didn't know how to say no. I said, what do you mean it's Laura Loomer? He said, well, she's like Laura Loomer. And I said, what does that mean? He's like, well, she might be a congresswoman. Like, I don't know if it's okay to like. And so I realized in that moment, especially because it was a man, which was so sort of peculiar and confusing to me. It was bizarre to me, but he meant it, and he was asking me how to make it stop.
And that is one of the reasons why sexual assault both ways does not get reported anywhere near as much as it could or should be. You know that there is a slush fund on Capitol Hill for sexual assault victims. That's real. I think it's in the tens of millions of dollars. Come on, man, I thought you liked me. That's why you know the Tara Reid story was absolutely true, just like every other that you hear about. Because these guys believe that they can get away with anything. And this is Laura Loomer thinking that they can get away with it. And who the hell is she? What did this young guy even know about any of this? He didn't know jack shit. Laura Loomer was running for Congress in a district she couldn't possibly win. But it didn't matter. She was a congressional candidate. She had some money behind her. She was friends with the president. So naturally, there is that power dynamic of, well, if I just mind my P's and Q's, maybe I can get somewhere in politics. We saw that happen in South Florida not too long ago with somebody who unfortunately was killed. There were people that were riding the coattails because they thought they were going places. And we see this all the time, all the time. So I 1000% understand what he's saying, and I agree with it. And it's a big problem. And there is no question that Laura Loomer is a sexual deviant, and she is just doing the reverse of what a lot of men do in power dynamic situations. That is exactly what they do to a lot of women. And in some cases, women choose to go down. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. I do think that some of it is voluntary, and I think in some cases they feel that they don't have any other choice. And so this is a great example of that. Yeah. And that's why she's going after Candace, because Candace, kind of like with Erica Kirk, you want to come for the queen, you better not miss. And Candace is certainly a queen.
There are women who have spoken out and said that this is real, that she has assaulted many men. And like I said, she's never sued any of these people for putting this information out there. Instead, she just blocks them. So the question becomes, why does Donald Trump allow her anywhere near the White House?
Candace Owens is somebody who, like Tucker Carlson, I hope has a good amount of protection. She's definitely taking us places that we should be very grateful for, because very few people are willing to do it.